Most interesting thing in Impact. I'm at One Young World, the world's largest conference for young changemakers, and the conversations are intergenerational, with young people leading the questions. I've never seen intergenerational conversations at this scale before, especially on the world's most complex challenges and the world's most complex transitions, which are all incredibly intergenerational, by the way. It feels so obvious. But in the hundreds of conferences I've participated in, young people don't genuinely have a voice or drive the conversation. It's a fundamental shift from that orthodoxy. Like, it actually feels different when you're there. And it's really energizing to watch. The nuance here is that young people aren't alienating older leaders in the same way that a number of older leaders have ignored or sidelined younger voices, younger leaders when it comes to listening to their experiences, their perspectives, and their expertise. And we've seen that happen over and over and over around the world, whether it's discussions at World Economic Forum, at Davos, whether it's COP. It's also happened in New York during Climate Week and the Summit for the Future. The Secretary General of the United Nations once said, "We can't build a future for our grandchildren with a system built for our grandparents." And here's a plain fact. Half the world's population is under 30. Today, our world is home to the largest generation of young people in history. But it sure doesn't seem like it in industry, in politics, in government, or even in the social purpose world. We need all generations in dialogue with one another, without the alienating or the vilifying. I was in this discussion on the main stage between Paul Polman, the former CEO of Unilever, and three brilliant young leaders: Roya Mahmood, Afghanistan's first female tech CEO; Jaha Dukureya, a Gambian women's rights activist; and Taylor Wilson, a physicist. And the conversation was on how systems thinking can guide us in enabling humanity's biggest transitions, from AI to a gender-equal society. And it's not that young leaders challenged Paul, but they also thought through the complexities of today's transitions with him. It felt like they were equal thought partners on the stage. It felt like a genuine intergenerational exchange, which actually made the discussion richer, more nuanced, and far more energizing. Frankly, what's missing in conferences across the country, especially in the social purpose world? Most conferences have the same people in the same rooms talking about the same things with the same angles, using the same solutions. It's tinkering at the edges, and it really isn't working all that well. Systemic change requires a genuine, authentic, intergenerational listening, exchange, and collaboration, but done at scale. There is much to learn from One Young World, and that's the most interesting thing in Impact. I'll see you again soon.